Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee. And today is going to be a nice day of freezer meals. Good old homemade freezer meals. And I've got about 15 pounds of chicken to work with. So I've got 4 beautiful and easy to put together recipes that are delicious. And I'm going to show them to you because we're going to stock our freezer. Okay friends, with this recipe, this is our chicken chili. And I need to cut up an onion to divide between the 2 bags because I'm doubling this recipe. Anytime that you're going to do, say, a casserole, you can always double it and then have one for later. And if you do that each night, if you don't have time to, dedicate to a cooking day for the week or the month, well, each weeknight, even at lunchtime or breakfast, if you make something, you can always double it, and then you'll have, by the end of the week or the end of the month, you'll have enough freezer meals stocked up for another month. Okay, we're just going to not put that in there. I'm just going to drop this in my first bag, and then I'll pull the bags over here because we got to cut up some chicken for this too. Okay. Now, I've got some of my chicken right here. We're going to cut up 3 of these. And we'll get this all chopped up. Now, you don't have to. You can always shred this after your chili's done, but I don't want to go through all that. I'm just going to chop mine up in chunks. I got a bone in there. That's got to come out of there. Okay. Alright. We'll get this chopped up for our chili. We got the onion done, and then all the rest is just a matter of dumping stuff in a bag. Okay, so we're going to cut that one in half. This is the bigger one. Okay. Okay, now we're just going to put this in our bags. And then we can dump all the rest of our ingredients right in there. And that'll be set. Okay, I'll get this one cut up for the second one. I love doing freezer meals. It's just so convenient. Because it seems like no matter what, summer, winter, we're always so busy. And it's just nice to be able to put something in the crock pot or put it in the oven or even the outdoor oven. I cook a lot in our outdoor oven as well. So these are perfect. And since winter's coming, this chicken chili is wonderful for the fall and the winter. They're all good in your freezer for about 3 to 6 months. Though my family, it doesn't last 6 months, but Okay. There's our other bag. All right, let me clean up this little mess, and then we'll finish this up. Okay, friends, we got our bags with the chicken and our onion in there. Okay, so we're going to do a can of black beans in each bag. And don't waste none of it. I'm not draining them, not rinsing them, nothing. I want that juice and all that in my chili. It just adds all that extra flavor. A can of garbanzo beans. Okay. Black beans in here. When I use black beans or beans in pretty much any other dish except for chili, I do drain them. But I don't want to drain it with this chili because that juice from them just adds to the flavor of the chili. At least that's my opinion. Okay. Now we're going to do a can of diced tomatoes and a can of Rotel in each one. Diced tomatoes and another Rotel. Okay. How easy that is. Okay, then we're going to do peppers. And my corn might fall over. We're going to divide this between the two because it calls for a good cup of peppers. Okay? And we're also going to do about 1.5 cups of corn in each bag. I should have put this in a bowl. It would have been a lot easier to get it out. So about 1.5 cups of corn, more or less. There we go. Okay, let me get this off my counter. My counter's clean, so that's good. Okay, so now with that, we got all that taken care of. Now it's just a matter of our spices. I gotta get my garlic out, because that's gonna be the last to go in. We're gonna do a tablespoon of paprika in each one. We're also going to do a tablespoon of chili powder in each one. We're going to do a good tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons of garlic in each one. I put just a little more. There we go. And we're going to do 2 teaspoons of cumin. Always got to have cumin with beans. Cumin goes with beans like peanut butter and jelly go together. And then we're going to do a nice heaping teaspoon of oregano. Nice one. Should be about 1.5 teaspoons. Okay? And then we're going to do a good heaping teaspoon of salt, about 1.5 teaspoons, and 1 teaspoon of pepper. And that's it for our chili. This stuff is going to be wonderful. But we're going to take those few that fell out and we're going to put them in there. All right, now you want to get as much air out as you can. I'm not going to mix this because it's going to get mixed in the crock pot. But look at, friends, how beautiful that is. That is gorgeous. Beautiful. That's all ready for the freezer. Just get as much air out as you can. All right. Beautiful. Those meals are done. That would definitely give a family of 4 a nice dinner and also a lunch the next day. Somebody or 2 people could take a lunch the next day. That'd be wonderful to take for work. Okay, when I put these in the freezer, I just set them on a tray. That way, if that seal breaks on me, it's not going to be all over my freezer. Okay, friends, I've got a lot of chicken breasts here, but these are really huge chicken breasts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut that fat off first off. But I'm just going to slice these in half. Because they're big. I saved those little scraps for our chicken broth, which we will be making eventually too. I need to sharpen my knife. I don't never have to fight with anything like that, so I just got to have my knife sharp. Look at that. See the difference? Beautiful. All right. We got those cut up. Let me clean this up, and then we'll get busy with our other meals. Okay, friends, we're going to do a cheesy chicken and broccoli. And, you know, with these meals, there's not a whole lot of prepping that goes into them, especially these ones. Now, you could cut up fresh veggies if you want for them, by all means. But I use a lot of frozen veggies that I get. And it makes life a little easier. Okay, friends. I do have onions that are all diced up already in my freezer for, you know, when I did meal preps and stuff. But I got a bunch of onions from the Flash Foods, and they need to be used up first. My onions are going to last a while in the freezer, so I am cutting these up fresh so that I can get these all used up. So we're just going to cut these, just dice these up. And get these in our bags right away. All right. Now we don't have to cut our chicken up. That can go in here in solid pieces. So with these, here onions. Let me get my salt and pepper over here. Because we're going to do, I'll do that right away. We're going to put pepper in each one. And salt. Not too much salt, maybe a half teaspoon. Because the soups are salty. Anytime you do canned soups, they're going to be salty. Okay? So, we got our broccoli. We're doing a cheesy chicken and broccoli. So I'm going to put three nice pieces of breast in each one. Maybe 4 in that one. A nice big thick one. I think that's good. This one should get another small piece. All right. Okay, so now we're going to do a can of cheese soup, cheddar cheese soup, in each bag. And don't waste none of it. Scrape that out. Okay. We're going to do a can of cream of mushroom soup in each one. And again, you can make it homemade. I do that. There's many times I make mine homemade. But, you know, when I'm pressed for time, like this day, I'm using my canned. And I always get it when it's on sale. I don't have to, that way I don't have to buy it. If I'm in a rush, I don't have to spend, you know, all kinds of money on a couple cans. I can get it when it's on sale, and it's wonderful. Okay. With that, all we're going to do is we're going to divide this broccoli between these 2 bags. This is a 2-pound bag of broccoli. And it calls for a, 16-ounce bag of broccoli. All right, there we go. We got that divided. That is all there is to it. You don't have to have any other seasonings because that cheese soup and the cream of mushroom will season this wonderfully. So all I ever put in it is just salt and pepper. Look at how beautiful that turns out. That's going to be a wonderful freezer meal, friends. And this would be good served over rice, or even, you know, mashed potatoes. My family does most of it right over rice. Get as much of that air out as you can. That's going to be a wonderful freezer meal, and I would have it over rice. Look, gorgeous. Okay, these are going to go on a tray in my freezer. Okay, friends, you're all set for our next meal. This is so easy. This is chicken and gravy and a veggie meal. This is going to be wonderful. Now, you don't have to put the vegetables in it, because you can serve this over rice or mashed potatoes or pasta or biscuits. It's even good over biscuits. But I always put the veggies in there, because that way I can get extra veggies into my grandkids and the, you know, the children in my family. So I always use just some mixed veggies. That's what we're going to do. All right. Start out with, I'm using tongs. I don't want to touch this again. We're going to do 3 chicken breasts in each bag. Okay. Easy peasy. This one is just ridiculously easy. We're also going to take, I'm using the chicken gravy packet. Not doing a commercial for them. I'm just using this for my chicken gravy. You could make your own if you wanted. I'm just using this. This is quick and easy. And it really is. It's delicious. Just make sure you get everything out of your packets. Okay? I am going to use 2 tablespoons of my chicken bouillon. Okay? And with that, I'm going to put in my pepper, because that's all this is just salt and pepper. Only a little bit of salt, because my bouillon is salty, and so is my soup. Okay, now with this one, friends, I'm going to do a little bit of parsley in each one, because that's just good for presentation. And I'm also, instead of cutting up some fresh onions, because I'm well into this meal, I'm just going to do probably a couple tablespoons of my freeze-dried onions, not mushrooms. Okay, we're going to do 1 cup of cream of chicken. In each bag. 1 can of cream of chicken. Did I say 1 cup? I meant 1 can. All right, there we go. Scrape that off. Okay, now all we have left to do is our veggies. At this point in time, you could just close this bag up and leave it just like this. You don't have to add your vegetables. I add them, and it's extra. And I'm going to put 2 cups in each bag. Okay, and that's it. Make sure you get as much of the air out as you can. And take a look how nice that turns out. Beautiful. These are wonderful meals. I don't want to seal that up in there. That in there. Oh, this isn't wanting to seal. There we go. We got it. Beautiful. Spread that around in there. That would be wonderful over biscuits. Homemade biscuits. Homemade buttermilk biscuits. Wow, how delightful. Okay, this is going to go in the freezer. Okay, friends. Our last one is one of my family favorites. And it's a slow cooker tropical chicken. It's almost like a Hawaiian chicken. And it's delicious, and we love it over rice. So I'm going to make 2 of these as well. I like to make 2 at a time. Sometimes I do 4, just depends on what I'm making. Anyway, we got the last of our chicken here. We're going to put 3 breasts in each one. There was 2 in there. Okay, that's it for our chicken. All right, I'm also going to do pineapple, and I'm not going to drain it in each bag. Nice big can of pineapple. Okay. We're going to do a cup of orange juice along with it in each one. You know what? I want to shake this orange juice. This is a new gallon. I just want to give it a little shake. There we go. Now I'll do just 1 cup of orange juice. We're going to do 1 cup of brown sugar in each bag. You can see that already. That's going to be delicious. So I got a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to do 2 of these of lime juice. Actually, I'm only going to do 1 because I don't have a whole lot of chicken in there. The recipe in the description box will read a 1/2 cup. I'm only putting a 1/4 cup. All right. Now it's just our spices. Cumin and paprika. And we need 1 tablespoon of cumin. 1 tablespoon? That seems like an awful lot. Okay, yep, 1 tablespoon of cumin. In each one. And 1 teaspoon of paprika. We're going to do a little bit of pepper, about a 1/2 teaspoon in each, and just a little bit of salt, about a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, and that's it for our spices. This is going to be wonderful. Make sure you get as much of that air out as you can. Okay. Look how nice. Beautiful. Okay. This one's going to go on a tray of its own in the freezer because if this seal breaks, it will definitely be a disaster. Give it a good shake. And as that thaws out in your freezer, that chicken will marinate in that too, and it will be wonderful. Okay? That's it for our meals, friends. Let me get this cleaned up and things put away, and I will show you exactly what all we got done today. Okay, friends. Oh my goodness, take a look at all these beautiful freezer meals. What a wonderful addition to your freezer. We've got our beautiful chicken chili. This stuff is wonderful. And you know you can use turkey instead with this, and it'd be just as good. We've also got our chicken gravy and veggies. Now, I add my own veggies, as I told you before. This is wonderful over homemade biscuits. I just love it. And that and rice. All these. This is the chicken, cheesy chicken and broccoli. Now this I'm going to give to my daughter because John hates broccoli. But this is going to be wonderful and her family's going to love it. And they will have that over rice or pasta. And then we've got our wonderful tropical chicken. John loves that. So this is staying in our freezer. And we always have that over rice. That is just a delicious meal. But all these, and they were so easy to put together, friends. I think it maybe took us about an hour, hour and a half to put all these together. And look, we've got 8 meals that it's going in our freezer. And each of these meals, my goodness, this is going to have about 5-6 servings in each of these meals. So that's a lot of servings that we're putting in the freezer. Anyway, I will put all the recipes in the description box. I hope you give these a try, friends, and fill your freezers. I will see you in the next video, friends. And as always, thanks for watching.